Application of quadratic functions in medical field. So the amount of medicine in Kelly's blood is MT, the function is described by MT, is equal minus T squared plus 6T. T is the number of hours. How many hours after Kelly takes it is it in her blood the highest? So after how many hours, it means is the maximum of the medicine in Kelly's blood. So to solve this problem, first of all, we are trying to use here the vertex of the parabola, because we know this function here is quadratic function, and the function has the graph as a parabola. It can be minimum or maximum, the vertex, but in this case they are looking for the maximum. So we know, for example, to find the vertex of the quadratic function, we find that x is equal to minus b over 2a. But now, instead of x, we take a t, which is equal with a minus b over 2a. Minus b over 2a. But we know here, in this case, a is equal with, so a is equal with a minus 1. And we know b is equal to 6, and c is equal with 0, because the constant c doesn't exist in this function, and because it doesn't exist, so c is equal to 0. And we find the t. Now we are going to plug in the values what we have here on the top. Here is a minus sign, here is a b is a 6, so here is a 6 divided by 2 times minus 1. And this is going to be this way. Minus 6, 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 6 divided by minus 2 is going to be equal to 3. So t is going to be 3 hours. So after 3 hours, in the Kelly's blood is going, after 3 hours is going to be the maximum of medicine in a Kelly's blood after 3 hours. And if we want to know for example, how much is the amount, but amount is not described with the units, but we can write in the terms of the units. We plug the 3 in the function, and now here is a m of a 3 instead of t, because we already know is a 3 hours. And we plug in here, instead of the t, we plug in 3 hours, so is a 3, and is a square. And here is a plus 6 times 3. 6 times 3. And this is easy to calculate with calculator, or we can do it right away. And so it's going to be minus 3 squared is a minus 9, plus 3 times 6 is 18. 18 minus 9 is equal to 9. So let me write the units. So units, because we don't know what are the units, so I will write 9 units. After 3 hours, there are going to be 9 units of the medicine, whatever they were given. If they were given, for example, with a milligram, it can be milligram. If it's with gram, milligram. But if we want this function to see, for example, how we find it graphically and to verify all the results, so we can plug in this function into the decimals or a graphing calculator, and in a graphing calculator we get this here. So this is the axis of symmetry here. So axis of symmetry is right here in the middle. So t is a 3, because t is equal to the 3. After 3 hours is going to reach the maximum of 9 units of the medicine in the Kelly's blood.